Toriko! That's right. Toriko equals phenomenal manga. Toriko simply is a phenomenal manga, to say the least. I'm talking about a true legendary series, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are not on this series, who do not read this manga, if you are a fan of shonen, you better read this manga. If you like comedy, read this manga. If you love bloodshed and battles, read this manga. If you love death matches, read this manga. If you love dark shonen, insane and light material, or that kind of material, read this manga. If you love great storytelling, read this manga. If you love food, read this manga. If you love adventure, read this manga. You can say so much. If you love unique, memorable, great characters, just read this manga. If you love world building out of this universe, universal level world building, read this manga. If you love suspense, foreshadowing, like I said, storytelling, you just read this manga. This manga, yo, Mitsutoshi. Let me just put it this way. Mitsusoshi's Toriko. Now, if you are not a fan of the anime, that's okay. I'm not either. Compared to the manga, the anime is trash. Now, if you are a fan of the anime, I'm not knocking you. But the simple fact is, in the anime, Toriko, they make Toriko look way dumber. They totally distort the way Toriko is, at least in my view. The way Toriko is in the manga. Toriko is an intelligent character. Yeah, he's funny and all this, but he's an intelligent character, which we don't see too often from the main protagonist in shonen manga currently, today. If because a lot of first and foremost, he's 25 years old. Then not only that, you have Toriko is one of the four heavenly kings. There's Toriko, Zebra, okay, in order of introduction is Toriko, then Coco, then Sonny / Sunny, depends on how you want to say it, and Zebra or Zebra, okay, depending on how you want to say it. And their relationship, and along with Komatsu, who people say the deuteragonist, whatever, he's the combo of Toriko. Now, when you put it to the just those characters alone, let me break down the dynamic. Zebra is like he fills the oldest brother role. Okay, he's the most destructive. And each see, in one part I have to throw this in here. Each of the characters, at least the showcase, the notable characters, I should say, in Toriko, besides Komatsu at this point, and kind of Ren, but Ren's not too notable, you can say. But all the notable ones, their physical prowess, amongst other things, including the cooks, okay, they each have individual skill sets, unique fighting styles to them. And Mitsutoshi, oh my goodness, for those who up to date, Midora, however you want to say it, Midora, were y'all expecting that? I doubt it. Some crazy stuff that these people do. But back to the four heavenly kings, Zebra fills the oldest brother role, and he's kind of the abnormal one, the vulgar one, you could say. Then Toriko fills the kind of he's called the glutton, but he's like the leadership role of the group. Coco is the gentleman of the group. He's Mr. Reliable. You can say he's definitely Mr. Reliable. And Sonny is about beauty. He's you could say youngest. I don't know. Of the four heavenly kings, Coco and Sonny are like middle younger brothers. Then Komatsu is like an adopted youngest brother, kid brother. Even though he's the same age as Toriko, 25, they all the four Heavenly Kings love him and protect him. And Komatsu does tend to be a bit over emotional. People call him gay or whatever. I don't consider it that way. But his seeming weakness, he's weak in physical prowess, and he needs to upgrade his game. He needs to have combat. He needs to become more combat savvy. He really does, especially because of the Melk's knife. No spoiler, just is what it is. If you know the series, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, he needs that, but the four Heavenly Kings got his back. They're there for him, but he's powerful. He's strong, and he has great other assets. And here's the thing: one of the knocks that people have against Toriko is they say, "Oh, it's about food." Is like that's a problem. Food. I mean, just look at the Food Network or the Cooking Channel. People love food. We do. We love food. I mean, food is essential to survival. I don't see anything wrong with that. But I've often said over the time of me reading the manga and whatever, and in discussions, that Toriko is not, even though foods, you could say the central dynamic or whatever, it's really more about hunting. And you can definitely add cooking in there, but I say it's definitely more about hunting. At least at the beginning it is. And then, we get Mitsutoshi does excellent job of narration. I mean, I gotta get to his world building though, because that's look, his characterization. Let's just put it this way: with Mitsusoshi's world building, versus Ichiro Oda's world building, they're on the same level. Mitsutoshi is definitely on par with Oda's world building as far as in One Piece, okay? It definitely is. Toriko and One Piece are on that level. Now, where Ichiro Oda, he focuses on, more on the characterization. He has great ecological world building as well, but it's not, no Robinson Crusoe level kind of jazz. You could say something on whatever. No Lord of the Rings stuff, but his characterization, world building with the character development, all good, universal. Mitsutoshi does the flip opposite of that. He's got great characterization, but it's not the most mind blowing stuff, but ecological. This stuff. Like, for example, the world of Toriko is Jupiter level. Like, it's the size of Jupiter, man. Relatively the size of Jupiter. All these places, I mean, there's over 30 billion humans, for example. These different deserts, and even if there's like a stop shortly at an island or archipelago or forest, I mean, he goes into depths and details about it. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see, The consistency of Toriko, is one of the things that really gets fans, and it continually builds and builds and builds into a great story. It's an open format, it's an open world. There are restrictions, but the laws and restrictions, we haven't really seen too many. Like, there's just elements that are being added. It's just unique. At the end of the day, it's just a unique experience. And currently, it is my fourth favorite manga. It's behind One Piece, Magi Labyrinth of Magic, Holy Land, and then there's Toriko. And it's not knocking Toriko. It's just those three have, cemented for now. But Toriko, it may usurp some of those very soon. Because, like for example, this current... no. I have to say this. Like, people think, the beginning's decent. The beginning is decent. But when you get to that, you see Grandpa, the Jewel Meat arc was, after that. But really, what a lot of fans, including myself, would really hook them into the series, made this series stick out, the Ice Hell Continent arc. The Ice Hell arc. Tommy Rod versus Toriko. If you are not affected by Tommy Rod versus Toriko in the manga, there's something wrong with you. And then, later on down the line, there was the Gourmet Casino arc with Live Bearer. It wasn't even a battle arc. But it was so deep and suspenseful, it was such a thriller, all the elements. Then the Shokurin Temple arc just took the story of Toriko to another. But then up that with the Four Beasts arc, y'all can see how. But now we're on the Cooking Island arc. The Cooking Island. We've been on the Cooking Island arc. Okay. The Cooking Island arc is just breathtaking. It is awe-inspiring stuff. Literally awesome kind of stuff, man. Like, I could go. And the last points I will make, because there's so much that can be said about Toriko, but you just gotta read it. You just gotta read it. The last points I will say, 2. Number 1, Toriko is pretty unique. I don't think it's the only story that's ever done this, but that the older you get, the stronger you get. As long as you keep up there's certain methods in Toriko. I'm not going to spoil what they are, but there's certain methods in Toriko that make you extremely powerful. On some OP, that overpowered whole kind of stuff. And the older you get, these guys become like these top tier. Like, for example, it's I'm talking about old. I'm talking about centuries old. You have President Ichiryu. He's the president of the IGO, and he's the Four Heavenly King's adopted father. Okay, oh my goodness, Midora is the leader of the Bishokukai, and he's the main antagonistic group of the story of Toriko, at least up until this point. Then you have Knocking Master Jiro, and Gourmet National Human Treasure Setsuna. All these people are centuries old. Okay, centuries old. Unbelievable. Planetary level, at least. See the recent chapter. If you've read the recent chapters, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Their stuff is just, oh my goodness, like, what the, like, they may not be able, certain feats to be able to compete with Dragon Ball, but their skills, Dragon Ball level, easily Dragon Ball level. You know what I'm saying? One Piece, really, they would put Naruto characters to shame. Fair to get that out of here. One Piece, they could give One Piece characters a run for money. Dragon Ball characters possibly a run for their money by the end of this year. And then the beast in Toriko. It's not just a human who's battling humans. Like, these creatures, man. Like I said, there's so much that can be said. Please read this manga. The more, the greater the fan base of this manga, the better, because it just simply downright deserves it. It does. Period. I would not be recommended to y'all if it was not legit. And will I be reviewing it? Yes. And a review should be coming up of the most recent chapter, because I actually caught up Sunday. Okay. And yeah, go check out King of Lightning reviews. As usual, he does phenomenal work, but his reviews on Toriko, that's the review I've been going to as I've been catching up. And yeah, I will be reviewing it. Go check out King of Lightning's reviews. Like I said, the most recent chapter, I'm about to upload that after I upload this video. And yeah, unexpected one. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me y'all thoughts. If you've never checked out Toriko, if you've been turned away by people, please check out this manga. If you love Toriko, you could shout that out. Don't spoil too much in the comment section. Do what you do though. Alright, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Peace.